Alright. See what episode 4 has for us. Ah, it's Toji time. Ugh. Ugh.
Oh, hi. Are you alright, Behemoth?
Ugh.
Hello, Behemoth?
Ugh. Oh, just use this. Startled me for a second. What's up?
No, it's nothing. I'm sorry for surprising you. It will be time soon, I fear. I do not know much longer we have. This Tokyo has been good to you, hasn't it? It's a welcoming place and its citizens are kind. Don't worry, I swear by my rule and roll, I will stay forever by your side. You will never leave the embrace of my wings, for I need you, and you need me. If that should ever change, if the time should come when you need me no longer, what, I wonder, would become of me? Shiro? I want to go back. I want to go back to, the cooking place.
Really? Well, I'll just call everyone and let them know where...
No, please, don't! It has to be a secret. Do you mind?
Not at all. But I want to ask, why are you trusting me with this? I thought you were scared of humans.
It's because you look, like the best at making sweets.
I see. Hold on a moment. I just have to make a phone call. One of my friends is working here. Maybe he can show us around. I see. I would be happy to show you around the cookery corner. I was just about to make a start myself. I have a feeling we may bump into many others we know as well. Come on now, follow me.
Alright. Excuse me, but... Are you an ogre? And, can I hold your hand too?
That's right. I am an ogre, and yes, you can. It is a pleasure to meet you, Kenta Inukai. There they are. Right, that should about do it. Looks like it has set nicely. Come, try a bite. Bear witness to the chocolate craftsmanship of Toji Sakamori. Perhaps I just might. An interesting combination of flavors. Why don't you try a bite as well, child? What do you think? I see. I think perhaps it might benefit from being a little sweeter. It might. And more suited for children. What do the rest of you think? You sure? I think it'd be nicer if it was a bit more bitter. Chocolate ain't always gotta be sweet. I don't think... Guess I've gotta step it up too. My chocolate's gotta be the best of the best if I'm gonna give it to Shiro. How about using different milk? I have a special blend here from a friend of mine. If you would like to try it. If you would like to try... I got it. I haven't done a Hokkien commonly voice in forever. How about using different milk? I have a special blend here from a friend of mine. If you would like to try it.
Well, I think it tastes great. What do you think, Inugami?
I thought it would be a good idea to have everybody taste test it, but I think this has made me more confused than ever. Well, different strokes for different folks, as they say. Just try it yourself. All that matters is that it tastes good to you. That is true, but I'm not so used to making chocolate. More subtle differences in flavor might go over my head. I am afraid I am more accustomed to the intricacies of taste in Japanese sweets and snacks. Now, once more, we are low on time, but what does that matter? If we have no time, I will make it. I think you're getting a little too invested in this, Toji. Maybe you need to relax a little. You relax a little! Japanese sweets make just as nice a gift as chocolate. Remember, the Ebisu Tea House is taking part in the extravaganza too. Be careful not to rush, Toji. 4/5 of being a chocolatier is knowing the proper amounts and steps. I am well aware of that, Choji Leimori. Kenta Inukai, hand me the sugar. Hokkien Kamui, I will take you up on your offer and avail myself of that milk. Oh god. I'm screenshotting because there's a couple of friends that just...
Here you go. Good luck, Toji.
Do not doubt yourself, so my friend. I eagerly await your newest masterpiece. I'm a little surprised you're taking charge of the cookery corner, Shoji. Don't you have your own stall as well? So I do. I was asked to help out here. The staff at the stalls are on rotation, so I had some free time. I had to leave others in charge of the shop, but they have my recipes, so they should be fine. If anything, it makes me happy to see everybody having so much fun cooking. It helps me remember why I love what I do. I know cooking certainly hasn't been all sunshine and rainbows for you. Ryota is particularly worried about you. You should check in with him if you have time later. He's a worrywart, but I'm happy he cares so much. I'll have to give him a first bite of my next limit break chocolate cake. See you, everyone. Remember, the more love you pour into your chocolate, the better it'll taste. Love. Ugh, caramel this, marshmallow that. All this sweet stuff's making me sick. I didn't see it coming. A desert, but for desserts. Hey, at least one of you looked me in the eye! We had Nomad's Mystery Treat, Surtur's Giant Cake, Ebisu's Dumplings, and we've been browsing stalls for the past hour! Anyone's got limits! What about those dumplings? They were kind of salty, right? That's particularly savory. Call them what you want, they're definitely sweet. Plus, 2 little dumplings ain't gonna undo a whole damn sugar scarfing. I'm tapping out before I start sweating syrup. 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 Back off, I'm not edible. It's just a turn of phrase. Sorry, my bad. It's just, I'm pretty hungry.
Oh dear. I thought Shiro's sweets would be enough to fill you up for a while.
I thought they would. Seems like I'm getting hungry faster than ever.
Hi, perhaps there wasn't enough for you. I still have food left in my hamper if you want it.
I'm good for now. Better to save it for when we need it. Where should we go next? There's gotta be more food out there that Behemoth can taste. More food that ain't sweet, right? Alright, I get it already. How about we check out one of those stalls with salted caramel? What do you think caramel is?
In that case, why don't we head for the eating area and reconvene with the others there? There should be cafe stalls offering more savory food for Kengo too.
Great idea, Mrs. Any thoughts, Kengo? Sounds good to me. A nice place of curry should shake all that sweetness off. Sounds like we have a plan. Great suggestion, Mrs. Just give me a second to check the map.
Then if we decided where we're going, why don't we call Shiro and arrange to meet up?
Hello, Shiro? Are you there? Can you hear me? Great, listen. We've got a plan. Alright, see you there. Bye for now. The map says it should be somewhere around here, but I can't see it. Do you think we should ask someone? Hello, could you tell me where the eating area is? Sorry, is there something you need? I know that voice. Shenya! Oh, wow. Shenya, who literally just got a new voice. He literally just got a new voice. They replaced his voice actor because his current one retired. Wow, what a coincidence. Fancy seeing you here, Brandon. Are you enjoying the extravaganza? Hey, it's Shenya. Are you here for the fair too? Of course. I'm lending a hand at the cafe stall just nearby. We're helping out with the lunches for the fairgoers. That's just where we were going. This feels like fate. Could you tell us where it is? You're meeting someone there? You say. Alright, lend me your map for a moment. I'll just mark it down. There we go. I'm sorry I can't guide you myself, but I've been called out somewhere, so I won't be manning the stall for a while. Honestly, I felt I'd only cause a scene working out in public, but I couldn't really refuse. Oops, I should be going. I don't want to be late. I'll see you again later. Enjoy the fair, summoners. Nice seeing you, Shenya. Thanks for helping us out. Look, that's them over there. Is everyone following me? Squeak! Yep, Inugami's been keeping watch on the line so no one gets lost. He says we're all still here. Sorry to keep you waiting, everyone. Is this the place? It looks very crowded. There's a ticket system, so there's no need to worry. It shouldn't be long before we can get in. I'm glad you're back. Did you two have fun, Kenta? That's alright, although, we can't tell you anything yet, right, Inugami? Oh, right. I think we're moving. Looks like someone will explain how things work to us before we go in. What's wrong, Kengo? You've been fidgeting for ages. There's a bathroom nearby if you need it. That's not it! I don't know, it's just... There's something about this place that makes me nervous. Some kind of familiar feeling in the air? Hey, Ryota, you're sure this is just a regular cafe? Well, I don't know many irregular cafes. Anyway, it's Shenya's recommendation, so I'm sure it'll be fine. Alright, get ready everyone. I think we're next. What the heck? this? Tajikarao. It's been... Good afternoon, citizens. Welcome to our peace-preserving, law-abiding, friendly neighborhood cafe. You have the right to remain satisfied. Oh, God. Help us. I'm in... I'm in shock. What? Look who it is. My old friend Brandon. Gracious, another friend of yours? It seems like you know all of this Tokyo, Brandon. It's not a blessing. It's not a blessing. Where's the police? Where there's police, there's Tajikarao. So you're in the cafe business now? No, this is part of my official duties. What do you mean? I look too happy to be at work. I can hardly help it if I enjoy my job. Yeah, I get it now. I get the same itchy feeling whenever there are police around. It's just like middle school student guidance. Damn it, it's you, Tajikarao! Wait a minute. Kengo Takabushi? What's a delinquent like you doing here? No, you, wait a minute. What's up with this cafe crap? Aren't you police officers supposed to have, dignity? These are our official duties, I swear. It's all part of my job as your friendly neighborhood officer. Oh, here we go. Please don't cry. You are crying, right? I'm sorry, I should introduce myself properly. I am trainee officer Tajikarao of the Kiou Police Academy. Oh, a themed cafe. I love these places. Don't tell me you can actually cook. Of course not. These useless layabouts could barely let a hand up one guidance class. How are they gonna run a whole cafe? No problem. Food is covered by the partnership Lord Daikoku. Food is covered by the partnership Lord Daikoku has arranged between our cafe and the Ebisu Tea House. Many kind citizens have offered their help in manning the stalls, so we have no shortage of hands. All we police officers need to do is sit alongside the customers and entertain them with conversation. And now I'm uncomfortable. I'm kind of uncomfortable there now. So that's what Shinra was doing here. Well, that's a relief. So you really can't cook? Anyway, I'm taking you in to our cafe. Please allow me to show you to your table. Oh, God help me. Gracious! Did Gehenna not have similar doors to these? Why, but that does take me back. Sure did! Wonder what's up with that? What was up with that? They were meant as a message, I suppose, to everyone who entered Gehenna. Pass and enter the citadel of grief. Pass and accept eternal torment. Pass and become part of this ruined kingdom. Oh, that's unfriendly. Perhaps we will pass through them again one day, Behemoth. Together. Are you listening, everyone? These are the doors to the cafe, styled after the entrance to our very own Kiou Police Academy. Indeed, we opened this cafe in hopes of helping the citizens of this Tokyo learn more about our school. Is Kiou a school or a fortress? Oh, this brings me back. Nothing but bad memories. I walked through this gate every time I went to guidance classes. Now I'm wondering what guidance classes are. You must remember, our school was founded as a direct response to the Shinjuku Gate. Gates exist to shut things away, and when the light is shut away, the shadows lengthen. The gates need to be safeguarded for the sake of public order. Fortifying Shinjuku with individuals experienced in handling of shadows became a matter of the highest priority. Daikoku, the Great Blackness, myself, the opener of the cave, and finally, Suku. Actually, I suppose Tsukiyomi is a little diff. Hey, can't you just open up already? Less talking, more eating! Roger that, citizen. It was curry you were hoping for, correct? Yes, perhaps the taste of our curry will fill you with remorse and persuade you to confess your crimes. What? You're gonna interrogate me? I haven't even done anything! Not recently anyway, I think. Now, in the name of Tajikarao, Great Gate, heed my call and... open! This is... Welcome to our cafe! It looks totally normal! What are you standing around looking so surprised for? Come on, sit. The table staff will be with you shortly. Specify your preferred police officer and they will join you at your table. I would be delighted if you picked me, of course. You can ask me whatever questions you like. For the time being, I will excuse myself. I'm incredibly uncomfortable here. Wow, our very own dedicated table staff. It's just like a fancy hotel. Glad you like it so much as I do. Today's been a real blast so far, let me tell you. I didn't order. Get away from me, you old creep! Oh, you're spirited today. Careful now. Remember, you've got a long way to go before you can match my blade. Anyways, let's save this for later. Here comes your much anticipated server now. What are we supposed to do? Pick an officer we want? Who wants to talk to any stinking police anyway? Welcome. Thank you for your patronage. My name is Toji Sakimori, and I will be serving your bowl. Deus Ex sword grab! This is all just a big misunderstanding. Please believe me, Toji. We had no idea you were here. Oh wow, this is too much. I can't get enough of the samurai swords with the dinky little ice cap. You dare laugh at me, Kengo Takabushi? Rest assured, my blade will purify that vindictive heart of yours. Oh man, you want to go, huh? Come on, bring it. I've been stuffing my face all day. I love a chance to work it all off. Are you seriously trying to turn this into a real fight? Spare a thought for the other customers, you blockhead! Why don't you both just cool off a tad? I'm using raw voice for Hogan. Ooh. I thought you'd gotten used to this waitstaff gig, but this is your worst incident yet. I'm sorry, Master Hogan. I fear that this will be more difficult than I had anticipated. Someone who has lived for so long in the shadows cannot easily step out into the light. Haven't you been listening to a thing I've taught you? You're still thinking about light and shadow as two separate things. Listen up, because I'm going to teach you a lesson. Something Tajikarao could stand to learn too. Go too far into the light and you'll end up in shadow. Go too far in the shadow and you'll find yourself back in the light. Huh. Everything in this world comes from light and shadow, yin and yang, mixing and complementing each other. That ain't something you think with your head. You gotta feel it in your heart. This is all part of your training. Got it? Understood. I am unworthy of your wisdom, Master Hogen. I am sorry about losing control. I hope you can forgive it, as it's merely a product of my inexperience.
I don't really mind, anyway. It looks like all the confusion has been resolved, so if you don't mind, we'll just...
I guess I can let you off the hook for today. Now come on, make with the menu! I'll get you for this, Kengo. Just you wait. Give me a plate of curry, double size!
I'll have the seasonal pasta. Oh, and some puddings for the divas. Inugami, you like strawberry, right? One strawberry parfait. Maybe I'll have something else.
Wait. Just let me write all that down. Honestly, can you not speak a little slower? Also, we have a special gift for our younger customers. They may choose whichever one of our 6 deity keychains they like.
Hey, which one do you want, Inugami? You picked 2 divas.
Alright, who's next? Behemoth, what do you want? Give me everything on this page! All of it! You mean everything on the menu? Are you serious? Are you serious? Yeah! What the? Oh.
Oh my! It all looks so good, I just can't decide. What are the chef's recommendations?
What are you asking me for? Can you not read? They're written right there on the menu. Toji! Toji! She's a customer, remember? My apologies. I forgot I was not speaking to her as an acquaintance from school. I believe it's explained on the menu, Mrs. Hey, Toji, have you read this? It just says that the staff will be happy to tell us. Impossible! Surely, I could not be so foolish as to...
Perhaps it would be best if we asked another one of the table staff. There will be no need.
There will be no need for that. I want to ask when I next return to the kitchen. Please wait a short while. I will be back forthwith. The strawberry shortcake and the marron glace, I think. The cattle chocolate, the roll of profitables, and the green tea mouse. Last but not least, the featured chocolate Swiss roll. Nice work, kid. Maybe the details need a little ironing out, but you got through it great. Thank you, Master Hogen. Thank you, Master Hogen. The names of all these cakes are hard to remember, but I am doing my best.
Thank you so much, Toji. I think I might go for the featured chocolate Swiss roll, if you don't mind.
Of course. Now, will that be everything? Excellent. Your food will arrive shortly, so please roll the die while you wait. Roll the die? I do have a bad feeling about this. Did you think we'd put all this effort into the cafe just to make you sit and wait for your food? Of course not. That's where a special die comes in, with a different game on every face. We officers got talent. We got Superintendent Sweet. You better believe we got cops and robbers. Oh, I don't like the face you're making. Here's our list of friendly neighborhood officers. Which one would you like? Tajikarao would be nice too, but... Me?
Doesn't that sound fun? Alright, it's time to roll the die. Where will it land, I wonder?
Hey, wait just a... I'm not even a police officer! Oh, stop your complaining, Toji. You want to be trained or not? You do? Then I'll hear no more about it. Now the moment you all been waiting for. Ta-da! We landed on officer interrogation. Chat with your officer of choice to your heart's content. Alright. Come and chat with me, Toji Sakamori, if you dare. Hey, you sure we picked the right officer? I don't know how we're supposed to get along with this one. Feels like anything we say is gonna lose us a limb. Then I'll start. What's the idea behind this cafe? Police officers, of course. That doesn't really explain. Hang on. Were you under the table or something? Since you didn't call for me, I took the liberty of coming myself. Would you mind if I accompanied you? As Tajikarao explained earlier, we want the citizens of this Tokyo to feel close to the police on a local level. Ah, I see. We've had our share of scandals recently, and a lot of folks see us as distant and oppressive. We gotta fix that. So I thought extra hard and came up with this cafe for folks to get to know the police a bit better. That's on the surface of things anyway. The real reason I set up this cafe is to help our newest trainee get that little bit more used to interacting with others. Please stop breathing in my ear. That is blatant abuse of authority. I almost feel impressed.
Oh my!
Huh? It's that song again. Why don't they have speakers in this place? Now that you mention it, I have heard this song playing several times during the day. What on earth could it signify? I'm honestly not sure where to even begin explaining, but here goes. I see. So as intended, as an aid in losing weight. That seems like an excellent idea to me. I've lost my Toji voice. We haven't even started eating yet. I think we can ignore it this time, right, Behemoth? What's going on? Why do I feel this sudden sense of impending doom? Ryota Yakushimaru, what are you doing? Get away! It isn't safe! Huh? Ah! My voices are losing. Let's just get this out the way. Can't have you wrecking things willy-nilly, can we? Dang, that's fast.
Dear me, Behemoth, whatever is the matter? Stop this at once. Our food will be here in just a moment.
Hey, ain't this just like before? When Behemoth went berserker at Ebisu's place? What on earth is going on? Up until a few seconds ago, everything seemed normal. Uh-oh. We can't let our customers panic, Toji. You know what to do, right? Of course, Master Hogen. That's right. Attention! Attention, everybody. Sorry to keep you waiting, citizens. The die has rolled. Officers got talent. So the time has come to show off. Good job, Toji. Keep going. The rest of you, protect the other tables. You might be trainees, but you're still police officers. Show them what you got. Roger that! Perhaps I was hasty, but it is too late to turn back. All we can do now is lead this monster outside under the cover of dance. You know what to do. Just follow my movements and we can do it if we work together, Greg. Oh, we're so dead. Lead the way, Toji. Just do your best and you will be fine. I will help you if you need it. Here we go. Alright, everyone. Looks like we're playing the supporting role. Let's get Behemoth outside of this cafe.
Oh, Behemoth.
おかわり。もったいなきお言葉。
Oh, right. Can't move him.
やれやれ。おかわり。よくないな。いただきます。いかがかな。どうかわがままをご加命あれ。好みの喜びに他ならぬゆえ。もったいなきお言葉。いただきます。いかがかな。おかわり。
あなたにこれ。
もったいなきお言葉。どうかわがままをご加命あれ。好みの喜びに他ならぬゆえ。もったいなきおかくらいだ。一つ二つ、ああめんどくせえ。全部まとめて持ってこい。暴飲暴食グラウンドグラトニー。いかがかな。
How do I keep getting sadder?
私がやったというのですか。頭が割れるように。
Alright. Thinking about it, this might actually be 7 episodes long. Who knows? Excuse me. I am low on energy today. Hey, Behemoth, I'm over here. Toji antagonist. Wow, look at that. There. I thought you couldn't stand crowds, but now look at you. You've grown, kid. Just like I told you. Shadow in the light, light and shadow. Stronger the light, the fainter the shadows. Stronger the shadows, the fainter the light. That's what they mean when they talk about being in nothingness. Maybe you'll survive this yet. Wow! Look how well those two are matched with each other. You don't think they're, you know, together? What? Uh-oh. Toji, look out! It's nothing. Sorry. I just got distracted for a second. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up. Looks like our young monk still has a way to go. Watchers on the walls, fighters on the front. May all the warriors who came before me stand with me now. Focus! That's protective charm, right? I'm impressed you know about that. It's summoned strength of the warrior's past to rid the caster of doubts and restore them to tranquility. Now then, I think it's time to finish this. Desserts for table 13. 1 gateau chocolate and 1 maroon glass. Coming at you. That's us. That's Behemoth's order. And the time has come for me to do my job. I may have to borrow this tray for a moment. Right here should do it. Ha! 1 strawberry parfait for table 13. That was Kenta, right? Wait, you're making me carry it? I'm not ready for parfait difficulty. There's no need to worry. I said I would be with you, did I not? Here it comes. Got it. Now, time to end this. Tajikarao. Standing by. Opening mirror entrance now. We're sending this monster outside. Ready, Brandon? Whew. Our very own Toji Sakimori, everybody. Give our brave matador a round of applause. Ugh, that went smoother than I expected. You did well, Brandon. It's all well and good, but what are we going to do about Behemoth? He's still in berserk mode. There's no need to worry about that. He should be being restrained by Shiro and the others as we speak. Now, I would like to move elsewhere. I confess, I'm starting to feel a little conscious of all these stairs. You did great out there, kid. That little performance is gonna be the talk of the town. I am honored, Mr. Hogen. That was some great work for an amateur. You'd never think you used. Huh? No. Okay. You never think you used to hate sticking out so much. Spend too long working in the shadows and you'll end up living the rest of your life in the dark. I suppose you're right. I think I used to be scared. Scared of standing out, being seen by others, and being rejected by them. I know that feeling. Looking back on it now, I realize just how afraid I was of standing out in the light. You gotta learn to get in touch with your feelings a bit more. Let me tell you just what it was you were scared of. Between your own ogre blood and all those memories trapped in those swords of yours, you're a mix of all sorts of things. You hated yourself for that, and the idea of anyone else finding about it scared you more than anything. It did. Not anymore? Indeed, if I were to fear what lies within me, I would also have to fear Brandon. I never realized. I've come to believe that everything within me is a part of me. Mine and mine alone. That is who I am today, Master Hogen. Exactly. You got both yin and yang inside you. They need each other, and you need both. Ain't many who truly understand that. You still got a long way to go. Well, you're more than you were yesterday, kid. Just don't get too full of yourself. This is only the first step. Hell, this is just a pleasant stroll leading to the first step. In the Book of Changes, it's written that yin and yang will eventually lead to two extremes. That right there's the law of all and everything. 2 extremes, you say? What are those when they're at home? Some theories out there say that the 2 extremes refer to ether and nether. So what does that mean for us warriors? Heaven and earth, huh? What are you... Wait a minute. This stance. It's impregnable. Wait, you're right. He can counter no matter where I attack. This is the state every warrior strives for. To be unshakable as a pillar. Rooted in nether and piercing the ether. Well, that ain't quite true. There is more beyond this, but one step at a time. Unshakable. An unshakable mind and body. I see. I cannot thank you enough, Master Hogen. I will not let you down. I, Sakamori Toji, will master the 2 extremes. Oh, really? Master Hogen? The 2 extremes are just that. 2 different extremes. Polar opposites. You know what it takes to reach both at once? It's like rising all the way up to ether and falling out of the depths of nether at the same time. Think you're up to that? How do you reconcile polar opposites? Makes your head spin, right? That's the point. Mastering 2 extremes means going beyond these kinds of contradictions. You gotta be self-reliant, but never stand alone. The more precious something is, the more willing you gotta be to let it go. Mastering the 2 extremes means overcoming the pain of holding all these contradictions inside you. Master Hogen, I know that in my inexperience, I cannot fully understand the depth of your wisdom. However, I swear, don't let it get to you so much, kid. I got higher hopes for you. We'll give it our best shot, Toji. I think it's time for us to be going. That's because I am. Good to know I can still turn some heads even in my old age. How'd you fancy some night classes? I teach you everything from the essence of yin and yang to the 8 trigrams. You worked hard today, Toji. Get some rest. In the meantime, we'll see if this silver fox can't pull off a waiter's uniform. And there we go. And there goes any likeness we had of him. See you around, youngins. Unshakable will, he said. I see. And I should... What's wrong, Toji? Let's get back to the others. Come on, Toji. Where's your courage? Just think of this as another part of your training. I'm sorry, but would you lend me a few minutes of your time, Brandon? Huh? What's up? Huh? Actually, I have something for you. I prepared some chocolates earlier that I would like to give to you. Shiro Motori and Choji Limori have tested them, so they should be palatable. But I have brought stomach medicine just in case. That sounds foreboding. Perhaps I should not have said that. Apologies, I am a little tense. I have heard that this Valentine's Festival is an occasion to convey my emotions to others. I feel strongly about that. I feel strongly about you, and I poured those feelings into this chocolate. It would make me happy if you would accept it. Wait, does this mean... Watchers on the walls, fighters on the front. May all the warriors who come before me stand with me now. I must still be inexperienced to become so flustered. I am glad Master Hogen is not here to see this. Oh, but I am. No, that's not what... right. I will have to give everyone their share later on. Would you mind if I asked how it tastes? I would appreciate it if you could try and tell me your thoughts. Alright, if you insist. Is the ground shaking for you too? An earthquake? Now? Cannot the earth give me 5 minutes? Give me that chocolate! Oh God. Ah! Not this time, Behemoth. Fool me twice, shame on me! Yeah! Oh, give chocolate. So hungry. Gonna die. This kinda hurts to watch. But I can't just give away Toji's gift. Toji? The more precious something is to me, the more willing I have to be to let it go. Isn't that right, Master Hogen? It's alright. You can give him the chocolate, Brandon. Are you really sure? I know. I am all too well. I know all too well how hard you find it to ignore someone in need. Besides, Behemoth's suffering isn't entirely unfamiliar to me. Huh? I see. Your ogre memories. Trying to defy one's nature is an agonizing thing. If my chocolate can help soothe Behemoth's pain, he may eat as much as he likes.
So this is where you were. Good heavens, Behemoth! What are you doing? Our order has arrived and is waiting for you.
Where have you two been? We've been waiting for ages. Everyone has been worried about you. Damn, this is great!
Hold on. What's that Behemoth eating? Don't tell me.
What? You can taste it? I think I'm starting to get it.
I just had the same thought. They do say great minds think alike. There's still much we do not know, but now we have a working theory. We should try putting it to the test. Behemoth. Once we are prepared, there is somewhere we must go. Hopefully, we will be able to solve Behemoth's troubles once and for all.
Hold a moment, Brandon. What's up? There is actually something else I wanted to give you. How do you feel about Japanese sweets? Sweet jelly, in particular. Chestnut jelly has been the specialty of our sweet shop ever since it was acquired by the Sakamori family. I feel a little embarrassed to give you something manufactured, but I hope the love I put into brewing this tea will compensate. I do not intend to share this with the rest of the summoners, only with you. So you had a backup plan? I suppose I did. I'm ashamed to say that this is perhaps the real reason I was able to relinquish that chocolate to Behemoth. It's just as Master Hogen says, I still have a long way to go. The road to mastering the two extremes is long. Thank you, Toji. So you will accept it then? Thank goodness. Please, try it when you have time. I am confident you will be pleasantly surprised. This will do to start, but someday, I want to talk with you about all sorts of things that I love. What you have given me, I wish to return to you. Twice over if I can. I'm so glad to have met you. Thank you, Brandon.